Well, although the storm has now passed, some farmers in our area still having to deal with the impact on their crops. KION's Jonathan Sarabia, he talked to a GSM Organics farmer who says that they've lost thousands of dollars in revenue after some of their crops got flooded.
JSM tells me the storm had a huge impact for their crops. Some of their crops that took months to grow and were ready to be sold, like bell peppers, were completely destroyed. Weather plays a big role when it comes to growing crops, but sometimes the weather can also have a negative impact. JSM Organics in Royal Oak says the storm that passed through the Central Coast this past weekend damaged some of his crops.
Anything that is grown outside that is not under high tunnels or greenhouses, depending on what it is, normally gets damaged. Things like, bell peppers, things like blackberries, raspberries, and obviously our strawberries. I mean, they got damaged. Unless you have them covered, which we have very few covered, they all got damaged.
Zamora says they normally plant peppers in May, and they're ready to be sold when they turn red in November. He says the value of bell peppers is really high during this time of the year, especially with Thanksgiving just right around the corner. But he says because of the amount of rain we got at once this past weekend, they will not have any bell peppers to sell this year.
That you can't pour water on top of them. They need water on the bottom, on the root system, but not on top. So once they get wet, they start going bad. I mean, the process of getting rotten starts because water sits on top of it, and then mildew and botrytis and a bunch of the diseases will affect them.
JSM Organics says they will also suffer a partial loss on strawberries. This is because they harvest strawberries 2 to 3 times a week. But he says their biggest loss this time is with bell peppers.
It's an acre of bell peppers, and it's 600 cases or 700 cases at $50. That's $30-some thousand. It's in one shot. It's something that we hope it never happens.
JSM Organics says the only choice they now have is to take the loss and wait until next year to grow bell peppers. Reporting from Watsonville, Jonathan Sarabia, KION News, Channel 546.